everyone. My name is Melissa Wiegel, Managing Vice President here at Symmetry Financial Group and direct to the company. And joining me today is my beautiful partner and top producer, lifelong friend, Miss Nicole Hopman. So welcome, Nicole.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes, you bet. I appreciate you being on today. What we're here for is to chat about why Symmetry. Why did we choose Symmetry? Why are you choosing Symmetry? First off, it's the ability to work for ourselves, but not by ourselves. We're not here alone. We have a team and a company that supports us. We've got a business model that is something that we don't have to recreate. It's already been completed for us, and it's something that you can jump right into and be 100% successful as long as you follow the system. We've got a culture of very strong core values and not only leadership development, but professional development. We also have the ability here to scale our income to whatever we want it to be. There's no caps on any potential earnings, so the sky is the limit here. Many of us are looking for more time, more flexible schedules. We're looking for money. We're looking for that overall freedom in our lives, and Symmetry provides that for us. And we're looking for support from our own home office. We're looking for that is provided through Symmetry. We're looking for support through uplines and mentorship and those that are surrounded by us on the screens each and every day within the organizations that we are hired into. That's something that is an extremely powerful opportunity that is provided here at Symmetry. It's also recession resistant. You're going to see that we started this business back when the crash of 2008 happened, and we've been recession resistant proof and are extremely proud that we're able to make such a meaningful and impactful and powerful statement with the clients that we get to serve and the families that we get to help. The biggest key word here, I believe, is impact. And so what we do makes a difference. And the bottom line here, everyone, is that we help people. That literally is what we get to do each and every single day. And so just so unbelievably grateful to get to be a part of Symmetry each and every single day.
Okay, so, one thing that's really, really cool about Symmetry Financial Group is we've been voted top company culture by Entrepreneur for 2 consecutive years. And then also the last 7 years, Inc. Actually ranked us among the top 5,000 fastest growing companies. So it's an exciting, fast-paced opportunity here, and it's a fun one to be a part of.
I love it, Nicole. Who is Symmetry Financial Group? I know each of these individuals, met them dozens and dozens of times personally. We've got Brandon Ellison, Brian Pope, Meredith Ellison, and Casey Watkins, who founded our company back in 2009. And they wanted to just provide the opportunity for people to earn what they were looking for, which was financial freedom and the ability to have the time to use the money that they were earning. And they wanted to share that wealth of opportunity that is provided by this multi-trillion-dollar industry. And so they wanted to make sure that people that had the same mindset, the same values, were given the same opportunities that they wanted to create for themselves. And so we are forever grateful for what they've provided to us. And what we do, Nicole, is we are all licensed in both life and health insurance. Many of us multi-state in the virtual environment we find ourselves in anymore. But that can really, that's a large, multitude of different products, right? So from under the life umbrella, for example, we're working with, mortgage protection. We're dealing with, term and universal and whole life products, helping a lot of people with final expense. Obviously, we've got the ability to help with accidental death, disability coverages. And then we're also on that retirement and kind of advanced market side of the equation as well, helping people with everything from annuities to IULs to, debt-free life situations. So we really have a lot of tools in the tool belt to really help families. No, I love it. Thank you, Nicole. And what we do and who we do it with are the partnerships that we have are with over 50 top-rated insurance carriers. As you can see, here's some of our top carriers that are listed. but the top 5 as a brand new agent that you'll be working with initially are American Amicable, Mutual of Omaha, Americo, Foresters, and AIG. And as you build your business, you will then have access to all of the other carriers. So those are the top 5 that you'll initially start off with. So just kind of remember those names.
And obviously all of them are not listed there, just throwing that out.
Yep.
Yep. So one of the really cool resources that we're given right here at Symmetry is they really invest in us and in the resources that we need as agents as we're building our businesses. And the biggest resource really that we need are going to come in the form of leads. And so Symmetry Financial Group, they invest millions of dollars in the lead generation for us year over year over year. And they really do help subsidize the cost of those leads to us as well, which is something that's pretty unique to Symmetry Financial Group. That's not something that's a typical attribute you're going to find in a lot of IMOs that are out there. Also, on average, agents are closing roughly 37% from those leads. So closing business with 37%.
No, thank you, Nicole. Symmetry's business model. How do you get paid? This is what the bulk of us, right? I know when I got started, I wanted to know, how can we make the money? How can we help people? We've all got to pay our bills. And what we provide is a full-time agent is going to have the opportunity to, on average, work 30 to 35 hours a week. So I know many of us were used to working 60 to 80 hours a week, when we're working at previous jobs. So this, as a full-time working agent, is about half of what I was working previously as a superintendent. So to get those 15 to 20 place sales per month, it's going to take you that average amount of hours per week. And if you're at a starting contract level, which we start off at 80% here, but let's say you're at 85%, you've been here for a month, you've got your slingshot bonus, you're averaging that $1,000 in APV, or annualized premium volume, which is provided by each sale that you're getting to help a family. We also offer a 75% carrier advance, which means that in months 10, 11, and 12, you're going to get that 25% in residual income. So you're still getting paid, in totality what you've earned. It's just that they're going to hold that 25% for months 10, 11, and 12. And as you can see the math on the right side of your screen, you're going to see that by the end of your first year, you're going to have totaled $153,000 in compensation. So not a bad first year gig for people that are just starting out, working 30 to 35 hours approximately each week.
Another wonderful perk that we're given here as agents and as business owners is the ability to travel. So if travel is your thing, this is going to be right up your alley and something that hopefully incentivizes you and excites you. I can just speak to, this slide as I'm looking at all the locations that are beautiful and wonderful. I haven't been to all of them yet, but have been to Costa Rica and have been to, Mexico many, many times. And Melissa, I know you've also had a lot of travel. I can't even count maybe the numbers. We've both been to Mexico at this point, but I think you could also add London to the notch in your belt. Am I right?
Yeah. I was fortunate enough to earn the Mutual of Omaha London trip, but due to COVID, we weren't able to go. So the following year, I was just able to take my daughter there independently. So we went over to London because we wanted to go there anyways. And yeah, I love when you said yet, Nicole, right? Like we all have the opportunity to earn these. And even if you don't earn them, right, you still have the opportunity to just then go independently because your lifestyle has afforded you that time, life, and financial freedom balance. And more importantly, Nicole, what else do we get out of these trips?
On so many of the trips that we're on, we're with the people, other top producers, other business owners. In the industry, it depends on if it's a carrier trip, it would be within the industry, and some of them may also be within Symmetry Financial Group. But if they're, company trips or they're agency trips, well, then you're going to be with a lot of the same people that you see on a screen and you speak to on a daily basis, or people on your team that you work directly with, or sideline teams that you know and respect and want to learn from. And so it's that whole association piece that those relationships are really nurtured on those, trips when we're traveling together. I mean, it's a fun time. Yes, we're talking business, but mostly we're having fun. And so those relationships are nurtured. And, I can't even put a price on that, to be honest. That actually might even top the travel side of this.
Yeah, it's the emphasis on core value number 8, which is we have fun and we get stuff done. And that's what leads us into our last couple of slides here. So who we're looking for, this is what are we looking for? I'd say more importantly, who are we looking for? It's like, what type of people is Symmetry looking for? We're looking for people that are actively listening, right? Not just listening to be able to, respond with what their needs are, but actively listening so that they can engage and understand the process of how we get to help and serve the clients that we get to each and every single day. We want people who, you always hear the work harder, not, or work smarter, not harder. In this case, we want you to do both. We want you to work smart. We want you to work hard. We're looking for people who are hustlers, who are humble. You've got that humility to ask questions and know that we're here to always support you. There is no stupid question, right? There really isn't. And chances are when you're on the screen, any questions that you have, every other new agent is going to have. So we're open to like the concept of those who fail the most move the farthest in this business. And to speak about what Nicole was chatting about, that association, we want you to attend each and every single event. We want you to plug into everything. We want to make sure that you're attending conference every single year that is put on by Symmetry. And we want you to know that you have to be willing to change here. The only thing constant, not just here at Symmetry, in life is change. And so if you, like it says here, if you want to be different, we have to become different. So, just get used to being comfortable with being uncomfortable, because you're going to have a lot of different opportunities here that are going to challenge some of your pre-existing mindsets. And so we are extremely excited to have each and every one of you looking at these 4 areas here and going, I just want to get better in each and every single one of these. And that's going to lead us on to the next screen, which is our final conclusion. And Nicole, I'm going to let you open this one up here and we'll chat about this. I love this slide here. It's my favorite one.
Yeah, this slide is covering our 4 cornerstones, the cornerstones we really try to pride ourselves on living by and acting by. But the first one really is belief in yourself. And so, what do we have if we don't believe in ourselves? How far can we take a business if we don't believe in ourselves? There's going to be challenges along the way, and we have to have the confidence to know that we have the ability to win here. And that, like, kind of piggybacking off of what Melissa was just stating, but when we fail, that's a learning, right? So fail hard, fail forward, fail fast. The faster you can fail, the faster you're going to learn, the faster you're going to be able to self-correct and get your mentor's input to correct, and the faster you're going to succeed. And that's really the process, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's a piece of the belief system. It's also believing in what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, believing in the service that you're providing families and the products that you're discussing and how they can help families, truly help families. So, we're not going to be very successful if we're talking day after day after day, appointment after appointment, not really believing in what we're talking to people about, right? So we've got to believe in that. And also believing in the system and being able to lean on it, understanding that when we do, we're going to be successful here. We're not asking you to reinvent the wheel. We don't want you to reinvent the wheel. We have a system. We just need you to copy, borrow, learn, continue to learn and copy and borrow and apply it, and you will find success, because so many others before you have already had that same success in this same model and in this same system.
Oh, absolutely, Nicole. Nicely stated. And the next piece of this is that massive action constant correction, or we call it MAC. I love this piece because, without, we can have the mindset, we can have the belief, we can have all these things, and we can have glorious charts that we've created, but without the actual action, right? Nothing happens. It's like dreaming of, I want to go, run this marathon, and I'm going to think about it. I'm going to create a plan. I'm going to, have all these things that I've written down, but you have to have the action, you guys. So when we say 300 to 500 dials a week, 12 to 15 to sometimes 20 to 30 appointments for full-time agents, 8 to 10 to 15 for part-time agents, depending on if you're running full-time virtual, seeking that counsel from your upline, adapting very quickly, asking questions, taking lots of copious notes. Always asking what's next. Like, I've completed this, what's next? What do I need to do to get better? And I love that last one. We can't steer a parked car, nor can we help you avoid crashes if you don't ask, right? Like, if you're just sitting there, if you're not moving, we can't do any course correction. So we're here to say you're going straight, but you might want to hang a right. It's going to be a lot easier for you. Some of us have been in this business almost a decade, both Nicole and I. She started just a couple of weeks after myself. And so we've been here since back in 2015. And so we've had a lot of car crashes, and we've also parked a lot of cars where we didn't ask enough questions and we've kind of sat there. So, take it from us and take it from your upline, and just make sure to always keep moving. Be like the Fred Flintstone, right? Keep your feet moving, make those constant corrections. And I'm telling you, like, this is the one industry, and this business particularly, where it is okay to make mistakes. And it's like Nicole stated, it's okay to fail. And we expect that, because if you don't, we know it's going to happen, because every single person here does. So we're telling you, it's going to be more of as a Brad Smith, he's done some great, fantastic, videos and different things that he's presented up on stage of, this business isn't going to be where you're coming and it's going to be like success, 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 fail. It's going to be more like fail, fail, struggle, 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 tiny success, fail, fail, struggle, success, fail, 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 success. Like, it's a very much a business that it's going to take you some time. It's not going to happen overnight. This is not a microwave oven society. This is more of a marathon versus a sprint. So I just want you to know, as new agents, considering this opportunity, it's okay to not be the best. We expect you, as I say, we expect you to kind of suck in the beginning, if I'm being honest. And so we just want you to understand that you're going to get better. You're going to improve with time. But just like anything, it's not going to happen overnight here. So Nicole, back to you.
Okay. So third cornerstone is really commitment to ongoing self-improvement. And this is not something that we just say. These are not words that we say. These are words that we live by, truly. And so making sure that we're working on ourselves along the way is going to help us grow ourselves, which then is going to help us grow our business, right? And so within that, it's all about self-improvement, right? And reading 20 to 30 minutes or more a day. We're really big on that. We're sharing book titles. We're talking about these things at meetings and what we're learning and how we're growing from it and what we're learning, right? But also becoming a student of the business, listening to podcasts, reaching up to uplines and asking questions, listening to agency recorded trainings and audios, Symmetry Financial Group recorded trainings and audios, and also taking 100% accountability for all of our own actions or lack thereof, ongoing, and having to look at ourselves in the mirror and really every single day be our, the hardest boss and best employees, I think what we like to say, right? So really kind of looking in the mirror and doing a reflection of, how was I today? Did I give it 110% or did I only give 85, And so, and that's really how we self-improve and how we build our business here along the way.
No, I love that, Nicole. And we've got obviously all new, brand new agents taking a look at this here today. What are, 2 or 3 books that you would recommend for agents to kind of start off with that are looking for, I'm like, I might not be sure what I should even be reading, which direction I should be going in. So do you have any advice for those individuals?
Well, my first and foremost is going to be Miracle Morning. And I know you would agree with that. We've discussed that book and we've each read it maybe 7 or 8 times, because when I start to get just a little bit, then I know I gotta read it again. And it's like a self-improvement adjustment I need to make, but that's by Hal Elrod. So that'd be my number 1 choice. Secondly, it's Go for No, because anybody that's new to sales, or even if you're not, I think it's just a good reminder of, like, we need to hear no a lot before we're going to get a yes. And so that's part of the process. So we want the no's because that leads to our yes. And that is by, like, what's his name? Richard Fenton, I think is his name. And there's one other that we talk a lot about, and that's The Slight Edge. Olson, what is his name? Is it Jeff Olson? Yeah. Okay. Yep. I believe that's right.
So no, perfect. So we've got, so Miracle Morning, Go for No, and The Slight Edge. Those are 3 great book choices, Nicole. So if you're looking for that, make sure to take notes on that piece. And then leading into the last cornerstone here that we live by is associate with the right people. Your mentor, your upline is your lifeline here, right? It doesn't matter if they started a day before you or 8 years before you. They're that far ahead of you, which means they're one step ahead of you. And that's all that you need to know. If you think back to the what's next, they're one what's next ahead of you. And so you want to make sure that you're formulating those relationships. It is your job as a business owner to reach out, reach up, and make sure that you're calling them at least once a day. I know when I was brand new, I was calling 7, 8 times a day, sending texts, because I wanted to make sure that I was learning the correct symmetry system and process. So you are never bothering people here. That is exactly why you have an upline. So make sure to reach out and reach up, get plugged into all the weekly Zoom calls, any local events that are within 5 to 8 hours of you. Make sure you're signing up for each and every national conference that happens every year in August. And for me, some of the most important things here outside of those, obviously, are just doing everything with a positive outlook, with a positive attitude, not focusing on the negatives. Like we get what we think. So if you're thinking like this isn't going to work, or this is too tough, or I'm not cut out for this, guess what? You're right. Like you're going to get what you think here. So your goal is to always be optimistic. It's not, oh, this didn't work for me. It's either a lesson or a blessing, right? So you're either learning something or you've been gifted. You either owe the numbers or the numbers owe you. This is business, you guys. So we want to make sure that we're, as cliche as it might sound, that disassociation with the negative, whether it's negative opportunities that you've taken on or negative people that are in your life, you really are the sum of the 5 people that you get to hang with every day. So I always use like an example of, if you're hanging out at McDonald's 5 days a week, there's probably a good chance that you work at McDonald's, right? Nothing against McDonald's, but that's probably where you work, or those are the types of people in that income bracket with that mindset that are hanging out there every day. Otherwise, you can hang out with people here at Symmetry that have business owner mindsets, right? We're here to make impacts. We're here to help other people. We're here to do the right things when no one's looking. And bottom line is, they say money doesn't buy happiness, but I'm telling you that it truly does, right? When you can pay your bills and then pay someone else's bills because they can't pay their own, that makes me pretty happy, right? So, like we say, people that say money doesn't buy happiness probably haven't had a lot of money, right? And what I like to remind people is that money doesn't change you. Like if you were always a great person, money is going to embellish that stance. So if you're nervous about, I don't want to change if I get money, if I make money, I'm telling you, if you're already not a good person, if you're a pessimistic person and you're someone that wasn't trustworthy, you know what money does to you? Is it usually embellishes that side of you. So we're looking for the right people, right? Who are we looking for? We're looking for those hard workers. We're looking for open, honest people who are ready to productively communicate, who have that entrepreneur mindset, who have that non-victim mentality, who have the emotions where they can be stable and steady, right? In order to be an effective leader, an effective communicator, you have to be emotionally stable. So if you're hanging out with people that are emotionally stable, right, associating with those people that don't have a lot of drama, it's going to make that much easier for you to be a successful business owner. And so with that, I'm going to let you, Nicole, kind of close this down. We've got a few comments that we want to make as we're shutting this down. And I want to say before I turn it over to you, Nicole, just thank you all. We're excited to have each and every one of you joining us here at Symmetry and giving us the opportunity to share with you what we get to experience every day. And it's not that I have to do what we're doing. Everything that Nicole and I are doing here on the screen is we get to do this. And those are some key words that I've lived by for the last 8 years since I started is I don't have to do anything. We get to do this. And that attitude makes each and every day getting out of bed Monday is actually my favorite day of the week because I get to do life with my friends and with people that want to make the same types of impact that I do. So with that, Nicole, I'm going to turn it over to you and then you can shut it down.
All right. Thank you very much. I think I can speak for both of us when I just say, thank you so much for joining us, for listening in. We are looking very much forward to meeting each and every one of you. The next phase of, if you're feeling like this is going to be a good fit for you, and you want to take this to the next stage of the interview process, what that's going to entail is you're going to join us on a second interview. It'll be a group interview. And before you're able to jump on that with us, one thing that we would really love for you to do is just send the 3 kind of key takeaways from this corporate overview that we've kind of reviewed with you tonight. Send that to whoever sent you to listen in on this corporate overview. Let them know what are the 3 things that were the most influential kind of in your decision to move forward in the interview process with us. And then please also, any questions, I'm sure you must have some as you've listened in, please bring those with you to the second interview. We're going to be sure to, open that up to a Q&A session and give it adequate time to really have good discussion around any questions that you have, and we can get more in depth at that time. So again, thank you for joining us. We look forward to meeting each and every one of you. And I think that's a wrap.
It is. Thanks, everybody. And thank you, Nicole, for being my partner tonight. Take care, everybody.
Got it.
And